So it's like the 31st of January. I'm totally counting this as a January garden update though, even though it will be February by the time you guys watch this. There have been a lot of things happening in the garden since I posted last, and I've missed all of them because it's just been a month filled with insomnia and trying to get ready for the school year, and things have been crazy. So it is what it is. Here's the garden. Alright, first of all, this is the finger lime, which I thought for a while, last time I showed you, there were these little flowers happening and some little buds, and I thought that we had lost all of them and was very sad. But if you have a look here, they are just hiding camouflaged. We do actually have a few little finger limes coming on. So that is their final shape, but that one should about double in size, I think. And when they're ripe, these ones may go red, sort of a burgundy color, I think, and you crack them in half and they've got like little pearls in them that taste exactly like lemon sherbet or lime sherbet. It's absolutely amazing. The yard is a mess. The kids have been playing, so that's a thing. But anyway, we have the pear tree there, which I don't know, she's clearly not looking very happy. I don't know what's happening here. We'll investigate. The rosemary bush, which is about a quarter of the size it was last time you saw it, because as you can see, I have chopped a whole bunch off. I will hopefully try and remember to take a photo of everything there. It's in the kitchen drying at the moment, so I'll take a photo of that and show you how much I got off, because it's huge. It's a lot of rosemary. We probably have a year's worth of rosemary right there. So if you're in the area and need some rosemary, you know who to call. We have, I mean, that bramble has like brambled all the way from over there down to there. We'll wait and see if we get anything from it next season, I guess. This one here is where I had the lettuces. They weren't particularly growing. They were bitter and disgusting and gross. So this is a tree that I have acquired from a friend that I think is a walnut. So I think this is the one that I had like in the pot there, down in that one, right? But we had some really, really hot days and it was really struggling. That little one in there that was just like a little seedling has died. And I really didn't want to lose this one as well, because if it's what I think it is, then it's actually a seedling from like a family heirloom tree, basically. So I've put it in this pot for now. I don't know if it'll stay there or not, but for now it's in there. So at least I can, you know, give it a bit more TLC and it can not die and not be super root bound in that, you know, that tiny little pot. And already you can see here, it's loving being in here. It's growing a heap. And I've only had it in here for like maybe 2 weeks, if that. Yeah, but it's really enjoying being in there, so that's cool. Somewhere down in here, in theory, are my chives, but again, it has been hot and this area does not get very much sun during the day. Sorry, I'm waving the camera everywhere as I try and unbury these poor little things. They don't get a lot of sun, so they're not going to grow fast, and the blackbirds like to come and kick up all the mulch and the leaves and things over top of them. So they tend to get buried quite regularly, and as you can see, we also have like a squillion and one apples falling right now before they're ripe. So who knows? I don't know whether these will ever get to the point where we can eat them or not. We'll try. Further along here, we have what's left of the tomatoes and rosemary. Basil, sorry. We did have another tomato plant like here-ish that was doing okay, but yeah, the birds decided to uproot that one for me. So we have our basil that's still kind of struggling along, because I still have not done anything about pest control. That one, you know, is struggling, but it'll hold in there. But the tomato plants are going okay. Whether or not we'll have time to actually get tomatoes from them before the cold weather comes on. We are, what, it's the end of January now, so February, March, we've probably got another 8, maybe 10 weeks of warm weather here. If it holds out like it did last year, it'll be about 8 weeks before it starts getting cold at night time. We've got 12 weeks till our official frost date. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if we get anything from them. At least with tomatoes, we know that we can, as long as they set fruit, we can take it inside and let it ripen off the vine. That's the cool thing about tomatoes. So fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Apricot tree. She is now unveiled. Last time you saw her, she had the fruit netting all over her, because fruit season is well and truly over. The apricots have come and gone. They came in really early this year. In Normally they come in exactly as we're away over Christmas and New Year, which is very sad. Oh my goodness, my children in the background. Normally they come in over Christmas and New Year, and sometimes we end up missing the fruit altogether, which is tragic. But this year they actually came in really early, and they came in before Christmas. So that was exciting. I actually got to eat my apricots because it's like one of my favorite fruits, but I'm completely spoiled by home apricots. The unit that my husband and I lived in when we were first married had this massive apricot tree outside the unit next door, and they never did anything with them. And so we just helped ourselves all season long, and it was incredible. And now I can't eat store-bought ones because they taste like dirt, so you know. See, in here is the remains of the potato plant. It has died off a little bit earlier than potato plants are supposed to, so I don't know if that's just because it's been hot and it hasn't been getting enough water or TLC, but I will dig down in there maybe next weekend, maybe the weekend after, because next weekend's pretty packed with family events actually, and see if there's actually any potatoes in there. Maybe I'll video and do it on camera for you guys and we can explore together. That'd be fun. We have our herbs, the oregano or marjoram. I can never remember which one I actually planted. As you can see, it's going crazy here and is ready for a trim. The sage, which got a massive trim. It was up here again, and I trimmed a whole bunch off that and took it into dry. And the lemon thyme, which is going beautifully also. So that's lovely. I harvested my first silver beet, so that's exciting. And these have come back again really nicely since then. So the leaves I harvested were probably about that size. And these were all about that size, and they've grown since then, and that was, I don't know, a week and a half ago maybe. So they're coming back on nicely, which is, and they're super easy to use. Like, if you can't use them all at once, you just chop them and chuck them in the freezer. You're supposed to blanch them first. I never do that. I just chuck them straight in the freezer, and that's always fine. But this batch here, all I did was I like finely chopped them, or roughly chopped them, mixed through like a block of feta, a chunk of like finely grated parmesan, some grated block cheese, like just generic tasty block cheese, and a bit of salt, and then like a pinch of lemon rind, and then all you do is wrap it in puff pastry. It's amazing. The kids love them. It's a healthy snack, and they freeze really well. Then we have the lime tree, which, you know, it's got to this stage of having little baby limes on it before, and then they all fall off dead. So who knows? We'll see. We've got some pretty little flowers happening. I don't know. I'm not really holding my breath. We'll see. We have the lemon, who's not doing anything much particularly at the moment. Then we have the orange tree over here, which is doing lovely. I think last time you saw these were just like little tiny buds like this, and now they are very clearly oranges and very clearly all over the tree. So that's exciting. This is a super producer little tree, given how small it actually is. It's nice. We didn't really get to eat many of them last time because they were up with the living with the in-laws for a while. So it'll be very exciting to actually get our own fruit off our tree this year. Same with this, which is the next one down, which these ones are mandarins. And again, you can see they're very clearly baby mandarins now, which is very exciting. I know everything's very exciting. I need to come up with more vocabulary, but you know, mandarin, so exciting. Our leaf pile has been greatly diminished, but it's still there. This mandarin, again, I've been meaning to feed it and I haven't. And so it's still got some yellowing leaves happening, but it's hanging in there. So it can just keep hanging. We've got our 2 kumquats here. This one was really badly damaged because it used to be around the front of the house in the full west sun. And because it was full west, it wasn't coping very well. And it got really overheated and died back. They both died back. And we had to trim like half the leaves and branches off the tree. We weren't sure if they were going to make it or not at one point, but that one has come back. It's not been healthy enough to start fruiting again this year, but it is at leafy and bushy, and you can see, it's looking healthy again, which is good. This one on the other side here has not only come back with leaves, but also fruit, which my kids will find super exciting. Oh, yep, there we go. That one's ready to eat. I am not a massive fan of eating kumquats, I'll be honest. They're kind of, oh, there you go. Someone's been eating that already. That's why it's come off. they're different. They're the opposite of normal citrus fruit. The peel is what's sweet and the inside is what's really sour. So you eat the whole thing, just skin and all, and I don't know, something I do not love the taste of that. Oh, look at my face in the shadows. That's exciting. There we go. My husband's staring at me outside the window because I'm right next to his work window right now. So I need to show you the apples, but I need to do that without like actually putting him on the camera somehow. So this one's gonna be a little, but here we go. Here's the apples. There's the 4 pots. And that's all I can show you right now, but I can show you the apples here. You can see they're coming along very nicely. Starting to get some color on them. I haven't picked any yet because the big apple trees out the back, even though they have got lots of apples falling, they're not ripe yet. They're all falling unripe because you cut them open. They've got fully formed seeds, but the seeds are still completely white. Although the last time I checked was like about 10 days ago. So I don't know, maybe I'll get another one and check, and we'll see if they're ripe yet. And once the big ones start ripe, here we go, there it is there. That's the big one there. Once it starts getting ripe apples on it, then I'll know that I can start trying our little ones, but they don't have many apples on them, so I don't really want to waste them trying to see if they're ripe or not yet. So we'll be patient. Anyway, that's about it for the garden in January. We'll see you again in a couple of weeks. I will try and not leave it like 6 weeks between updates next time, but you know, here we are. See you later.